can kind of barely just
Yeah.
make out the tip of the peak, or I should say, of Mount Hood, kind of blending in with the clouds in the background. But this is our Mount Hood ski bowl camera. You can see temperatures well above freezing there. They're going to continue to be that way over the next few days with these very mild systems that are swinging through. So past conditions are going to be bare through the weekend, just wet at times with the rain expected even up in the Cascades. Let's take you through the timing of that rain. So our graph forecast model here thinks we won't actually turn wet until maybe closer to 8 p.m. We'll see. Radar's already picking up some rain droplets, so I think it might be a little sooner than that. But this first batch of showers is pretty light stuff. We're going to barely get anything measurable out of this through early tomorrow morning. Then we actually get a little bit of a break, it looks like, until that next warm front arrives in the afternoon. So this is 1 p.m. This is much more significant rainfall, really getting heavy late Saturday into early Sunday. So this is paused here at midnight Sunday. You can see little areas of yellow indicating heavier rainfall, and that's going to continue really throughout the day on Sunday. We're kind of on the edge of it. Notice that the north coast might get some dry breaks. Meanwhile, those of us in Portland to the south and certainly through the gorge will continue to kind of get hammered by rain throughout most of the day on Sunday. However, in the evening hours, things look like they taper off just a little bit. Also notice going to be very breezy out there as these systems come through. And then the next batch of rain hits us Monday, and that looks like a pretty wet day as well. So how much rain are we talking here? Let's compare a couple of different forecast models. Through the night tomorrow, maybe around a ½ inch. I think that's fair to say for the Portland metro area, and then we'll pick up potentially another 2+ inches over the course of the 2 days there, Sunday and Monday. So we could see up to 3 inches of rain basically from now until Monday night. So here's what that 3-day forecast looks like. Turning wet this evening, also going to be very breezy, especially through the second half of Saturday and Sunday. Still very rainy on Monday, but notice those high temperatures in the upper 50s. That's a good 5+ degrees warmer than average for this time of year. Riel?